And we're back, and we're taking a look at the new Arrma Big Rock Crew Cab 6S BLX. This is their newest release in the 6S line. Totally awesome looking truck. Really looking forward to seeing what's inside the box. We have the red one in here, so that was the color I picked for myself. And we're just going to do kind of a brief overview of the whole truck. Yeah, here we go. So the truck is really big. It was hard to fit on the table. I had to clear a lot of stuff out of the way, which took a long time to set up because I had a huge mess here from projects I had going already. Yeah, so we're going to open it up and go over the features. Like I said, the box is too big to flip sideways and get side views of the box on my bench that I'm currently working with. So let's open it up and take a look at what's inside. The wheels and tires are not installed, and that's to save box size and shipping cost. So we need to install the wheels. We got the bag of instruction manual, tools, even comes with double A's. Now we got the transmitter, and on the top of this you can see it's the quick start guide or the required assembly guide on how to put it together. These zip ties are just instead of cutting them, if anybody's like me and wants to save zip ties, these ones have a little bit of a latch on there. Just takes a little push of the button and you can get them off. So let's go ahead and unbolt that off of there, screw the tires on, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the tires installed. I went ahead and Loctited the wheel nuts. I do that on every new car that I do, 10 scale, anything. I tighten the wheel nuts. If you have Loctite, just go ahead and do it. And nothing more frustrating than running it the first, second, or fifth time and the wheel just takes off rolling down and you're missing a nut, you're in the middle of nowhere, and you don't have a spare wheel nut. So I just went ahead and Loctite them. I got them on there super tight, and I'll probably even check them again before I actually run this truck. They do come with this new support card, which is something that Arrma's doing, so you can kind of see the showcase, goes over the features, and then the support for the vehicle. It probably shows you the parts, part numbers, takes you to their website, etc. The assembly guide on top tells you how to put the wheels on. It's pretty straightforward. This truck is not necessarily for a beginner unless you are a very full-grown adult. This truck is huge. It is very big on the table. It's the biggest truck I've had on this channel, probably. I don't really do the large scale. This is not large scale, but it is a very big truck. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off and let's take a look at this red body. I'm excited for this. I didn't like the gunmetal body. It kind of has a flat texture to it, and it just didn't pop. The whole truck's black, everything's black, and then that gunmetal body, I don't know, I wanted a little more color. I probably would have went with a white one for sure, because I love white pickup trucks. I've had them in the past. But that one is not available for at least another month after these ones were released, so I went for the red one. So let's take a look at this. Very nice looking body. Very nice. I like the gloss. It's got metallic. You can see the flake in it. Did a really good job on the paint. I mean, it's just one color. They did some pretty cool graphics on the back. But I do like the pickup truck look. They try to do a faux fifth wheel hitch in the back. The drop bed is kind of cool. That's something that I think a lot of people could take some tips from and try to do some more realistic looking bodies on these things. They didn't go monster truck style with a bunch of crazy graphics. They went realistic truck style which is kind of cool, and it's actually different for this class of truck. Nobody's really ever done it with a truck of this size, where they've tried to make it look realistic without crazy paint. And I say that they're Outcasts and Notorious. Those actually look pretty good, but they don't have the molded plastic pieces and stuff like this truck does. This truck, I'm hoping, can take a light kit. It does have clear plastic lenses, hard molded front grille, pretty good looking, with a bumper that's built in. Body sits, yeah, the body has the bumper mounted to it, and has this lip underneath. On the rear, same sort of thing, bumper on the back. Sorry this table isn't big enough to really get this in here, but it's what we got to work with. I did see that RC Driver did a review on this and an unboxing, and he had some complaints and some comments about the tires, and I would have to say that I agree. These are the worst filling tires that I have ever felt for a truck of this caliber. They feel like a kid's big wheel tire. They're almost hard plastic. I mean, they do mold, but I mean, they're just slick as can be. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do. I've seen a couple videos of people running them. They don't look like they do the best. I think the compound could have been different. I don't know why they did that, if they did it for ballooning purposes. Doesn't really feel like great. We'll see how they perform. Let's see what else comes in the box real quick before we get into the opening of the hood. So it comes with the SLT3, really good controller, works really good, nice foam grip, and it's comfortable. I would say my preference for this truck, for a truck of this price, I'm not complaining about price, but it should have come with the other remote, the DX3, the one that has the telemetry on it, where you can see the battery life. I mean, how much more could this have really cost to put that a little bit nicer remote in there? This one does the job, but it just doesn't have a little bit more features. And for the price of this truck, it's $6.99. They probably should have went that direction. Let's see what else we got. We got this that comes with extra shock pistons, comes with your wheel wrench double A's, and your extra sticker, standard guide there. We're not going to open that up on this one. Just your manual. So this is not a clipless body, it's a clipped endless body. And so the rear end is clipped, two body clips with tethers, and they're kind of down and out of the way, so rolling and stuff, they probably won't break these unless you're yanking on them pretty hard. So that's pretty good. And then the body slides forward and comes off. Okay, now with the truck out of the way for a second, we're going to go over the body. The body is very heavy. I've heard it is heavier than the fire team with all the cage and the drivers and the guns in it. I'm not sure that they needed to build this body this heavy. It's going to make a lot of top weight. I mean, it has a lot of molded parts on it. It's pretty cool. A new direction for them. But it seems like a little bit of overkill. We'll see how it holds up though. I mean, it has this internal brace, keep the top from smashing in. Lots of bracing, which could make the body hold up pretty good. I would imagine this body is fairly expensive for being the size of it. And of course, if you break in the external pieces, the mounts and stuff, it probably could add up to be quite a bit of money if this thing busts up pretty bad. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I don't see anywhere that you can mount a light kit in this, which is very disappointing for a body that's this detailed. I do like lights on my trucks. Some people don't, but it is kind of a cool feature with the body this scale to be able to just throw an LED kit in here. I don't understand why they would have went to the trouble to mold clear and then not make a slot to where you can feed it in the back. It doesn't look like that it is made for it. There's holes here, but they don't have any light shining through. And then the rear is 100% looks completely sealed off to me. I don't see how you're getting the light kit in there unless it goes through the top. Maybe I could be wrong, but yeah, that's kind of weird. But all in all, body looks really good. Foldable mirrors. I didn't have a fire team. I've never even seen one. That one I had no desire to buy. I'm sure it was a great car, but goofy looking tires. It wasn't for me. This one, I like monster trucks. That's what we're going for. So you can see everything is blacked out, which is kind of cool if you're going for the black theme, but at the same point, it makes this chassis very not flashy. A lot of their chassis have laser printing, different things on them, red here, red there. Going with the blacked out theme just kind of makes it look all plasticky. That's just an aesthetic thing, not a big deal. I mean, the upper brace is black, everything's black. I don't think they really needed to go totally black, but that was the theme of this truck, I'm guessing. Really flexible side guards. So this has an SR315 in it. It is not a waterproof receiver, but it is inside of a sealed receiver box, so hopefully that holds up. It's a very basic receiver, but they do work pretty well. I've had quite a few in other cars. It comes with a S665 waterproof digital servo, and it says the torque rating at 7.4 is only 277 ounces, and for a truck of this size, that's pretty turdy. That's not very good. So this is going to probably get a servo upgrade right away. 150 amp smart V2 waterproof ESC. So hopefully they improved some of their punch and some of their top speed, because they have fairly decent electronics that last pretty well, but compared to a Corrali that's basically the same unit, the Corrali smokes this thing as far as speed and stuff. And this has a 2050 kV brushless motor, which is pretty basic. You can see it's just the old style of the Hobby Wing cans. Nothing super fancy there, but it does come with a nice heat sink, a fan on it to help keep it cool, and the capacitor pack is probably very helpful. I'm not really sure that come on the V5s or not. It comes with oil-filled shocks front and rear. They are aluminum, threaded, pretty nice. Arrma has decent shocks, I will give them that. They have really good shocks. So it has threaded shocks front and rear. Arrma has good shocks. I haven't really had any problems with them. I've had a few people that, get the bent shock shafts and stuff. That happens with any car. So those are pretty good. Looks like you have about 5mm aluminum front and rear shock towers. Pillow ball suspension up front. I've always liked Arrma's take on the battery setup, where they have a cross strap, this strap, and buckled inside of this. Some other brands out there still haven't figured out how to make a decent battery support. Now I will say that if you have a super tall battery, it doesn't always fit in their V5 Creightons. This one may be updated so it's just a little higher, but the battery setup has always been pretty good. I've liked that. You can run dual 3S packs or dual 2S packs, single 4, single 6S. And they have the standard IC5 smart connectors, which do nothing because you don't have a decent remote in this, or even a smart receiver. Adjustable turnbuckles on the upper rear link in the back. Steering. Got these plastic braces here and the upper brace. I have seen a couple videos where the chassis are bending, but some of these guys are sending them pretty big, so we'll see how that holds up. I'm not the biggest sender in the world. I would say I'm just a normal RCer. I'm not trying to kill a car every time I take it out. I would say the preload on the rear is set a little high, but we'll see when we get a battery put in it. So we got sway bars front and rear. Looks like nice heavy duty rear arms. Or dog bones in the rear. And CVAs in the front. Nice spring loaded body mounts, give it a little bit of cush. I think they kind of did something similar to this on the Mojave. They have nice bumper supports here, but they don't really spring very well. They're so solid, so I'm not really sure how those are going to hold up. I think you need a little bit of flex, and there is none on the front and rear bumper. They're solid, so we'll see how they hold up. And they may have did that to kind of not crush this body. See how easy this is to put on here. Locks right on there. Looks pretty good. Can't wait to give this thing its first blast. That video might be coming really soon. Alright guys, that's it for the unboxing of the Big Rock. I think I went over it pretty decent. Just touched the basics. Just wanted to unbox it, put it on video, get my eyes on it. It's a really good looking truck. It's exactly what I've been wanting somebody to come out with, is a monster truck that looks like a truck. Screw wings, we're done with wings. Those trucks are cool. We do have the Creighton 6S new version that's coming out. It's the EXB RTR. That's a pretty awesome looking truck. A lot of people are saying that for the money it's probably worth it. The only thing about the Creighton 6S that I would say is it's still a Creighton, and it's the same as it's been. It's a little bit stronger, a little bit more changes. It's not something new. This is new. Looks new, something different, and I think that brings a lot of value to the hobby. It makes this truck a little bit more valuable as it's bringing something new. I mean, if you have a Creighton, do you need to have all the versions? I don't know. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think of the Big Rock. Tell me what you think of the price point, color of the red, white, or black. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.